I'm Pastor Aaron Harris, and this video is about how you can save $10,000 quickly. In this video, you'll learn money saving tips that will help you to be able to save more money. And if you watch till the end, you'll have 3 practical strategies that will help you today. It's great to start off with a vision for how much money you want to save. For example, if you want to save $10,000 to help you with the down payment for a home, to help you with a down payment or a purchase for a car, or even to go and get out of debt. Once you have a financial vision of how much money you want to save, then it's time for you to set up your SMART goals. SMART goals are goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Having a specific goal is vital for you to be able to reach your saving goals and save that $10,000. Many people mess up by not having a specific goal. Some people say, oh, I want to save some money, or I want to save more money, or even I want to save a lot of money. But once you put a specific number to how much money you want to save, then you can begin with a strategy for how you will accomplish your goal. But not only does your goal need to be specific, it needs to be measurable, meaning you need to be able to know clearly when you have reached the goal that you set. When talking about finance and savings, it's easy to have a measurable goal because what we could do is look at money. So if you want to save $10,000, then your $10,000 goal becomes measurable because you know that you've got there once you've reached that $10,000. Then you need to make sure that your goal is attainable. Many people say shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. But with this philosophy, what happens is many people could get discouraged if they shoot too high. So instead of having unrealistic expectations, what you should have is a realistic view of what you can accomplish when you are going and setting your goals, so that you do not get discouraged and that you can accomplish something that you set out to do. And once you accomplish that goal, it will encourage you to set more goals and to accomplish those as well. Then you need to make sure that your goal is relevant. Relevant means that you go and you put a why behind what you're doing. Don't just say, I want to save $10,000 to save $10,000. Then when something shiny or new come up, you'll change your mind and you'll spend the money. So you have to make sure you have a why behind what you are doing. So when your why becomes a down payment for a home, a down payment for a car, amount of money to save so you can go on a vacation you want to go to, or save up for that wedding that you want. Once you have that why, then it'll allow you to say no to all the distractions that will pull at you financially so that you can meet the goal that you have. Lastly, your goal needs to be time bound, meaning you don't just say, I want to save $10,000 one day, or I want to save $10,000 eventually. You say, I want to save $10,000 within the next 6 months, or the next 12 months, or the next 2 years. You set a time that is reasonable for you to be able to go and accomplish that goal. That way, when you're measuring to see if you complete the goal, it's not something that's just ongoing forever. And if you don't meet that timeline, then don't get discouraged, but you just continue pushing until you make it. So now that we've talked about how to create SMART goals, let's look at 3 strategies that you can start implementing today that will help you to be able to achieve your goal of saving $10,000. The first strategy to meeting your savings goal is something that's easier said than done, and that is to increase the income that you have. Many people simply can't save more money because they are not making enough money. And it's always interesting to me how some people complain about not having enough money, or they want to make more money and they're only working like 20 hours a week. What you need to do in order to increase your income for many people is to get another job, or a higher paying job, or a job that gives you more hours. Or if you have a good job that you like, then get another part-time job on top of that. Many people are not working as many hours as they can be working so that they can increase their income. And once you increase your income, you can use those resources to be able to fund your dreams. So in addition to getting a side hustle to help boost your income, another thing that you can do is negotiate a raise at the place that you already work. That means that you have to be performing great there. You have to be exceeding expectations, going above and beyond. And then you can watch YouTube videos about how to go and properly ask for a raise in a way that will not get you fired. Another strategy that you can use to save more money is to plug the hole that is in your pocket. That means that you start tracking your spending, seeing where your money is actually going. You'll be surprised how many people are paying for subscriptions they don't need and paying fees for things that they don't need. And once you start tracking all of these expenses, you can find out where the leak is and you can plug those holes. Many people can go and save a lot of money just by making sure that they're not spending money on things that they don't need. So once you find those holes and plug them, then you can take that additional money that you save and you can pour it into your savings to help you meet your goals. In addition to identifying leaks, what you need to do in tracking your spending is you need to find out what is a need and what is a want. Because what many people will find out is they are spending a ton of money on wants and not a whole lot of money on their needs. You could ask yourself, do I need a home this big? Do I need a car this nice? Do I need to spend this much money out on restaurants? Do I need to go to Starbucks every day? Do I need to buy 20 things from Target? And once you start tracking your expenses, everything that you've bought on Amazon and everywhere else online at your favorite clothing store, then what you'll realize is that you are making a lot of purchases that you do not need. And by cutting back on those purchases, then you can use that money and you can pour it into your savings. Another strategy that will help you save more money is to go and to cut back on expenses. Many people are spending a lot of money on expenses like eating out every day. If you're eating out for lunch or you go out to dinner a lot with your friends, then you can realize you're paying an additional $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 a month on eating out. When instead what you could do is you could go to the store, you can buy the food yourself and you can make it and cook it yourself. By doing that, you could easily save hundreds of dollars each and every month. Now, some people don't know how to say no to their friends, no to going out, but no is one of your best friends. It's one of the best words in our human vocabulary that we have in our English language, the word no, where you stop going out, you stop spending a ton of money on drinks and food, and you begin going to the grocery store, buying your food in bulk, cooking it and making it yourself. And then on the money that you're able to save from not eating out, you can go and pour that into your savings as well. In addition to cutting back on eating out, what you could do is you can also cut back on your entertainment expenses. Many people spend a lot of money on entertainment, and it may be 1, 2, or 3 times a month or maybe you're in a relationship and you try to go out a lot more than that. But in actuality, in reality, what there are is there's many ways for you to be entertained, for you to have a good time. And it does not cost a ton of money to have a good time. There are a lot of things that are free, like parks and walks and things like that that you can do and go on and not have to spend a lot of money. So if you're spending a lot of money on entertainment, then that is one space that you can cut back on. So by creating SMART goals, increasing your income, tracking your spending, and cutting back on your expenses, if you put all of these together, then I have no doubt that you can go and you can save that $10,000 or however much you choose that you want to save that you have in your SMART goals. So if you enjoyed this video, then watch the other videos on my channel, which are all about financial literacy.